in last August 4th or 6th or 7th. I don't know. 7th or 8th. But yeah, it affected my memory, and it also made it so I had problems on my right side of my body, and I was in a hospital. First, I don't remember having the stroke. I don't remember waking up from the stroke. I do remember after the stroke, and I didn't. I was scared that I couldn't feel the other half of my body, but I convinced myself that it wasn't a big deal, basically. And I slept it off. And so the next day, I still, motherfucker, I knew he was gonna, he went right in front of my face. Okay. Fucker. Oh shit, motherfucker. I'm gonna get him. I swear I'm gonna get him. I'm trying to give myself as much swinging space as I can get. Okay. Anyway. Ah, fucker. I didn't press it. Ah, man. Okay. Calm down, right? I'm gonna calm down. We're gonna get the fly. I've done this millions of times. It starts with isolating him in one room, like this. And it ends with him dead. Okay. I know I'm supposed to be like a humanitarian and care about animals and little creatures no, it's a fly. I don't like flies. I'm sorry. Alright, that was a big I just don't like flies. Okay. Where did I leave off? Motherfucker. He's still going, bro. I'm sorry. I'm trying to focus on this fly, and I'm gonna kill him. That's what I'm gonna do. Shit. I'm gonna go right here, and bullshit, bro. Oh shit. Did I get him? I got him! I had to, right in time. I had to come show you that I got him. That's nasty. I wouldn't have done that otherwise, but I'm streaming it. I don't have I just can't believe I did that when there's water right here. Okay, back to the game.
Changing mag.
Okay, so I had the stroke, and so I finally went to the hospital the next day after having a stroke, and I'm sorry, I'm paying attention now. Let me see if I can find a Pack-a-Punch right here. Alright, I'm gonna go to that Pack-a-Punch, and then I'm gonna get out of here through an exfil. Okay, so as I'm swimming across the lake, oh shit! What the fuck? Oh man! Fucking, they're bombing the fuck out of me, bro. Oh man, what the hell? Bro. What the fuck? I wasn't ready for that. okay, so um, I went to the hospital and they told me I had a stroke and I don't remember this. This is stuff that was told to me after the fact. And so they put me on, they admitted me and I couldn't talk at this time. Like from the moment I woke up that next day. What is this? Okay. I forgot that's what Pack-a-Punch looks like. Okay. Okay. So where did I leave off? I'm sorry. It's the stroke. I have memory issues. Ah, fuck! Don't like that. Don't like that. Okay, so I went to the hospital, and when I was in the hospital, they were still finding my insurance, and I couldn't talk, and they weren't really treating me at that time because they didn't know what type of treatment I could get, and so I was out of it, you know. I don't know if I was drugged up or anything. I think I was, because they had to. Ah, fuck. Ah. Hey, fuck that. Yeah. I did. I was drugged up. They put a catheter on me because for some reason peeing was an issue, or they didn't trust me to pee because I was a fall risk at the time, and so what happened was I actually ripped the catheter out because I told people that it was uncomfortable, and so they had to put it back in, and so it was a nightmare those first few days. So then I got transferred. I remember being transferred. I remember that because I was like, "Don't drop me." No, actually, I wasn't like that. I in my mind, I was like that. I was like I was trapped in my own head. I couldn't get the words out of what I was trying to say. I didn't have mental problems. Like I don't have any type of what's the word? And it sucks because I'm struggling now to think of the word, but I don't have any intellectual deficits, you know? I don't have any issues with my intelligence. It's just that I had a stroke, and so I stutter, and at the time, I couldn't get the words out. They just wouldn't. They would come out and they would be mixed up. You know, like I couldn't think of the word fork. I could only think of spoon. But I knew what a fork was, and so it was like a very difficult time, and it was a hard time, and I was in the hospital for like 2 weeks, man. And my poor fiance, she was not, we were not married at the time, but she saved me. She was there every night, and she just really she was really there for me, you know. So I'm getting all teared up. Yeah, so it was a hard time, but after, you know, I was slowly, I was doing, they transferred me to a different hospital. They found out who I was, and they got my benefits for my health insurance, and they started doing rehab and physical therapy. And physical therapy it's hard because, oh shit, I didn't expect to cry. It's hard because you need help doing things, help with occupational therapy. They help you, they help you because you have to use the bathroom, and so they help you with that. And you know what I found is a bidet. It makes that world a lot easier. So they should really put bidets in those hospitals, man. And it doesn't have to be an expensive bidet. It could be like a $20 bidet. But they help me clean myself. They help me shower. And they taught me how to do it for myself, And I thank God every day that I was able to recover. But yeah, then I went to rehab, which was it was like 3 months. And it was collectively 30 days. That's how my health insurance worked. And so the rehab was great, but only because I was so young, and it really worked for me. And not that it doesn't help. I mean, it helps tremendously. But you could see that I was recovering, and you could see it by day, And they taught me things. They taught me speech therapy. Oh man, I didn't expect to get this emotional. Sorry, I know that this might not what you were expecting, but yeah, they taught me how to talk again. And they taught me which games would help me to get my words down, they would, because words were jumbled in my head, and they told me like, hey, so you should play games that have the words jumbled in the game, and you'll get better at putting the words together in your mind, and it worked. And it worked. But yeah, I just, I thank God that I had the health insurance that I had to get the help that I needed, and I was able to recover to a point. I still have problems with my speech. I still have problems with my fingers. Because it was my right side. I'm just not killing anybody. I'm going to the exfil at this point. But it's a daily struggle for me now, But I was able to get back to work, So I work. I don't work tomorrow because I took the day off. But yeah, I do it, and I work for a company that was understanding of my recovery and my doctor's appointments, Not everyone is lucky enough to work for a company that works with them, like that. But I was lucky. But yeah, so that was my stroke experience, and in turn I went to the doctor, and they told me that I need to cut down on my salt, and they told me that I need to watch my red meat. I eat eat quinoa and eat not non-fried food, and sorry, like my head's not working. I'm struggling because I just laid it all out and told you my story, but Yeah, they told me that. So first I saw a cardiologist, right? And I saw a cardiologist, and the cardiologist said that I need to get blood work so she could, see what caused the stroke. All right, because basically I told her that it's because I was fat. It's because I was abusing alcohol. I have since quit. I'm vaping, but it's not tobacco. It's legal in Texas, but it's like it's the thing that the farm market bill has allows 0.00003% of cannabis, and so that's what I'm vaping in there, and it even they even sell it to where it's flour, you know. Okay, sorry. But yeah, so I don't drink. I barely smoke, and I don't smoke tobacco. I just smoke stuff that's legal, and so she was trying to figure out what caused my stroke, you know. And so I was like, I was 377 pounds. I didn't eat well at all, and I honestly believe that's why, you know. And I abused alcohol, and so I was someone who was like drinking it weekends and a little during the week, but I was drinking heavy, you know, and so so we were trying to figure out what caused my stroke, and so she wanted to go down my throat with a camera and go to my heart and see if like there was something wrong with my heart. Like I think it was AFib. Like they were trying to check to see if I had an AFib. It's something. Look up AFib. So I went to the hospital, and they kind of knocked me out. They a little bit knocked me out, just so I would not have a gag reflex, basically, as they're shoving this tube down my throat, this camera, and they couldn't find what caused my stroke. You know, it's a cryptogenic stroke. That's what they said. And after that, she was still trying to figure it out, you know. And so she knows what I should do to prevent another stroke, which is eat healthy, no salt, no red meat is what I've been told. But I forgot if I was really hard about myself, hard about that, or if she was. But so I'm gonna ask her again. And I'm gonna do some research, but anyways, so we've had a plan about not to have a repeat stroke. That was take the meds and have a good diet, you know. But no, they didn't figure out how they caused the stroke, how it was caused, according to them. So then the next part was to get an implant in my chest, and the joke I made was like, okay, is it gonna make me a superpowers, or what kind of skills am I gonna have? You know, I'm getting cybernetics, right? But of course it's just like it's this big, and it's a loop monitor. Oh, I skipped that one. First, they told me to wear this patch that would go across my chest, and it was like the size of a remote. So you had this remote on your chest, and you change it once every week. But you could shower with it, and you know you're good to go. And they recorded it for a month, and after the month they read the results, and they couldn't find anything wrong that would cause the stroke. So after that, they recommended putting an implant in me. And so I went to get the implant, and now every day I have to make sure that I have this app on, like open in my phone, and it's called My Care Link Heart. And it has to be on all the time. And that's how they get the information from it, is through my phone, and then it goes to the clinic. And so far they said I'm good, you know. It's just a cryptogenic heart, a cryptogenic stroke, they said. But yeah, so after that, And by the way, the whole time I was dieting, you know, so every time they would see me, they're like, oh, you're doing well, and I got to the point where I was doing so well that she said she's gonna see me in a year, and so that was like my cardiologist, my neurologist. I think I have an appointment with her in January, so in a couple months. But basically, she referred me to the cardiologist, you know, because she couldn't figure out what was wrong with me, and she was like, I think it was not your lifestyle, even though she knows what my lifestyle was, but yeah, I read an article the other day that a lot more young people are getting strokes, so who knows, but I know that I had one, and I'm trying to prevent another one, and I'm trying to put my story out there. And all right, that's enough. That's enough for preaching for me. But yeah, I think I am going to switch to PlayStation 5 in about I'll probably at 9 o'clock, and then I'll do some I'll figure it out. But yeah, I'll see you in about 20 minutes.